What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a Q&A, which I'm super excited about, but before we start the video I just want to say thank you guys so much. We just hit 7k subs on the channel, which is pretty crazy, really. I also hit the 100 video mark, which is also insane. I've made 100 videos for this channel, which is crazy, and the support from you guys has been awesome, so thank you very much. So at the moment I'm in India for work. We are launching a new bounce venue here in Mumbai, which is crazy, and I just want to say, India is mental. Amazing, but mental. Before coming here I kind of wasn't super excited about coming. I didn't really know what to think. It's for work, and I didn't really know what to expect from the country, but I've had the best time here so far. This country is amazing, the people are amazing, the traffic is absolutely crazy. Here's a quick clip. There are just so many cars on the road all the time, and somehow they manage to just turn in front of each other and merge and weird crazy things. I do not know how they do it. But yeah, so having a blast in India, so I thought what better chance to do a Q&A video and answer all your guys' questions. I got a bunch of questions, so I just picked a whole lot of them at random, and yeah, why not get started. So the first question comes from Mr. Vader Turbo, and it says, what angle mods... Of course my laptop turns off while I'm reading the question. What angle mods / alignment are you running on the E36, and does it self-steer? I'm having issues setting up my SLR kit, and it feels like I have to make too many corrections mid-drift. So I'm running a super simple angle setup on my car, but I'm just running 60mm extended stock LCAs with CAS Engineering lock adapters. They're very cool, made out of steel. They feel super good. In drift, massive angle. Here's a quick clip. But yeah, they hold angles super well. Really nice setup. I don't exactly know what the Ackerman setup is on them, but they're really good. But I think you'll find it's better not to overcomplicate your setup. So the SLR setups, whilst they're amazing, they're obviously completely adjustable. So it's not easy to get them exactly how you want them, especially if you're kind of unsure about how everything works. Even I still don't really know a lot about angle, Ackerman, caster, how everything works properly. So I leave it up to the alignment specialists. So I run 6mm toe out up front, which is 3mm either side. I'm running the poly offset bushes on my arms as well for maximum caster. Mine self steers great. Here's a quick clip. So it definitely does self-steer. I think with the SLR kit, take it to someone who knows how to do alignments and get them to set the alignment up for you. Next question. So Ace Racing says, what are your plans for the E36 coming into 2020? This is a very good question. I'm stoked you asked, because we have massive plans for the E36. Obviously now that we've got the engine dialed, that thing is amazing. I'm very happy with it. It's time to get the rest of the car sorted. As soon as my engine started actually making good power and being reliable, I mean, it caught fire last event. Anyway, now the engine's reliable, the gearbox, the diff, and the whole rear end setup is the next step in the whole process. So what I'm going to do is we're putting a ZF gearbox in it, which I've already sourced. So that's going in. I'm going to put a new clutch disc in. Everything else is still great with my clutch setup. Very happy with it. The clutch isn't even slipping, but I just decided we may as well replace it for the start of the season so we don't have any issues throughout the year. And then down the back of the car, I'm going to pull the whole subframe out. I'm going to lift the subframe up a little bit with some bushes that Part Shop Max do, which raise your subframe. That's because I'm running the car so low with the Rocket Bunny kit. My axles are on quite a bad angle, and that's why I keep snapping axles. So by raising the subframe, it'll bring the angle of the axles back to straighter. Won't be perfect, but it'll be a lot straighter. I don't want to raise the back of my car because I like style as well as obviously functionality, so it's just about finding the balance between the two. But also I've been sent some axle spacers, which I'd never heard of before, by a brand called Six Shop UK. They reached out to me and said, hey, we see you're snapping axles, can we send you some axle spacers? And that's because also when you lower your car, it pulls the axle out of the CV. So when that's pulling, that's what also snaps your axles, because I keep smashing them in the CV. The spacer pushes the axle back inside the CV. So I'm really excited to try those out. Shout out to Six Shop UK. But I'll be giving you guys a full rundown on installing those as well. We're also going to put all brand new arms all around because my bushes are a bit flogged in my camber arms. We'll paint the whole subframe and just make sure that everything is perfect in the rear, and also put a new diff brace in. So we're going to put a whole fresh new body kit on the car. Don't really know what body kit that is yet, so you guys will have to wait. We're also going to wrap the car completely in a new colour, and just hoping to have a brand new fresh car for the 2020 season. Next question. Alright, Charlie Wilkinson says, what do you feel was the most important / beneficial mod that you did on your Beamer for drifting, and was it a big change from stock? Best mod. If I could go back and redo just the beginning of my drift days, I would lock the diff, put coilovers in, and just leave the car for a while. Don't worry about power, because I've seen people, and I know people, that use the 318Is with a 444 ratio diff locked in it, and they shred tyres all day long. Just go faster. That's always the rule. Go faster. Thanks for the question, Charlie Wilkinson. Harrison Waterhouse says, how well is Two Step Garage doing as a business, and any luck on getting your Navara back? Also, any plans to host your own event? Whew, 3 questions in one. Alright, Two Step Garage, if you guys don't know, is my side business with my girlfriend Tara. Two Step Garage is going amazingly, very, very happy with it. We've got plans to start expanding the range to a lot of our own stock, which is pretty cool. It's also been an awesome learning curve to kind of teach me how to run my own business, what to do, what not to do, which is, you learn kind of as you go. So yeah, very happy with the way Two Step Garage is going. If you guys want to check it out, twostepgarage.com. Any luck getting your Navara back? None. That thing disappeared, the dude drove it off into the sunset, and I never saw it again. Still crossing my fingers that maybe it pops up at some point. There's no parts anywhere, no one's seen it, no one's heard of it. I hope you're enjoying my truck, man. Any plans to host your own event? Definitely not, and I'll tell you why. I do a lot of work, or I have done work for events like Vic Drift. I do help out Keep It Reap, and I see how much effort those dudes put into running events. It is insane. And if I did try and host my own event, I feel like I wouldn't have any time to actually do the things that I love, like driving and mostly fixing my car because it always breaks. Yeah, in saying that, I would totally be into the idea of collabing with someone and potentially co-hosting an event or something like that, which is probably something maybe I should look at some point. It's weird. I don't know how many subscribers you should have before you try and do stuff like that, but if you guys think it's a good idea, let me know. Adrian DeVitor. I'm going to say Adrian DeVitor. What did you do for work before working for yourself? Also, why BMW E36 over, say, a 180SX? So, before I worked for myself, I was a digital marketing person at Bounce Australia, which is a trampoline park. I spent about 6 years there. I started off as a host, which is just a person on the floor bouncing, showing people how to do stuff, and then kind of worked my way up into the marketing team at headquarters. Learnt as much as I could, but pretty much became a sponge. Took as much in as I could over the years, and then decided, you know, it was time to try things out for myself. I got a really good deal though. I still work for Bounce, but I work for myself, so I contract for them, and that's actually why I'm here now, helping launch Bounce India, because I've got great relationships with those people. So networking is everything, by the way, always. So yeah, I'm really lucky I still get to work and contract for Bounce, but also for a whole lot of other people, and that's opened up many doors for me, like traveling and stuff like that. So pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm a digital marketing consultant and content creator, which kind of helps with the vlog as well. Also, why BMW E36 over, say, a 180SX? Mostly because of the money. I have actually owned 11 Silvias in my life. S11s, S12s, S13s, S14s, never an S15, and 180SX. And I love them, but they are simply getting too expensive. The E36, the last one, I literally bought it for $250 and drove it home to reshell my stuff into. So if I did get, you know, a 180 or something and I had to reshell it, just the shell, rolling shell alone these days is like $3,000+. So E36, nice and cheap, great chassis, very happy with the decision. Money, man, it's always money. Nathan Sylvie says, are you planning on going full legit with the E36 and joining the Pro Series? If so, what are your plans with it? Or are you just going to keep thrashing the balls with the T18 and the Z while you hone your skills? Definitely looking to step up my game in 2020. I'm going to do as many drift series competitions as I can. Drifting SA has an amazing series, DCA has an amazing series, Vic Drift, Keep It Reet has just started their own series, so we definitely have a huge amount of drift series, also high tech as well. It's really going to come down to money, I think. Just the entry for these competitions is super expensive. Last track day I learned how expensive tyres are going to be now that that engine bakes tyres. Insert a clip here. Yeah, it's starting to smash tyres, so obviously the bill goes up, things get more expensive, but we'll see. Next question please. Joshua Pickens says, have you ever done an event without breaking anything?
Hello darkness, my old friend.
I would say, honestly, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever done an event start to finish and gone home without breaking anything. I might have done one. Let's change that in 2020. By the way, Joshua Pickens has started his own YouTube channel. It's called Dodgy Dailies. Check it out if you guys want. It's pretty rad. On to the next question. Charlie Wilkinson says, do you like long walks on the beach? Charlie, yes. I love long walks on the beach. Who doesn't? Sun's going down over the water. You put your AirPods in. You're just thinking about life. That was a weird question. On to the next one. CJ Alvanos Catches and Cooks. Cool name, man. Says, how much have you spent on drift cars in total? I have literally no idea, and I probably don't want to think about it. I would have to say it's probably somewhere in the realm of $50,000, maybe, probably. Yeah, I would say definitely. Tara would probably say definitely too. Yeah, I mean that doesn't really. That's a pretty like weird question though, because that's like over a numerous amount of years, and I've had so much fun drifting. Literally so much fun that $50,000 is a small amount of money for the outcome that I've had. Sorry, bank account. ISIL X, I think I got that right, asks, what's your main motivation for everything that you do? Big question, definitely a massive question. I think my main motivation is just to keep progressing, to not feel like I'm standing still. Obviously the motivation now is to keep growing the channel, to, you know, make people proud, make Tara proud, and just happiness, man. Cars and stuff make me happy, and also to prove people wrong, I would say. Prove people wrong, to be happy, to make people proud, to bake tires. That's my motivation. And coffee. That's it. Bradley Keisler says, what would you say is your dream car and dream build if you had all the money to buy any vehicle and do whatever you want to it? What would they be? It would probably be a BMW for sure, an RB30, because I'm from New Zealand and I just freaking love RBs, which is weird because I've not done anything RB on the channel yet, but I feel like we have to soon. Just a full pro spec build. I feel like someone's done that before. Oh yeah, Drift Squid's car, right? The RBM3, Jake Jones. So yeah, I would pretty much just build Jake Jones's RBM3. I wonder if he'd sell it to me. Next question. Oh, Jacob Xpeck, what a dude. He says, when are you coming back to Queensland for burnouts together? So, Jacob is another YouTuber from Queensland, super rad dude. His videos are awesome, I enjoy them very much. He also has a very cool, kind of broken now, S13. I'll put his channel in the description, make sure you go check it out and support fellow Aussie YouTubers. Dude, hit me up, man. I'm so keen to come back to Queensland. I really enjoy Archerfield Raceway. I'd love to come out and do some burnouts with you. So, yeah, sweet, hit me up. Slide into my DMs. Let's make something happen. 2020, let's do it. Next question. Cody Andrus says, what year Ford is the spoiler on the back of your E36? Love the content. Please keep it up. Love hard. Dude, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. That is freaking awesome. I do not know what year the spoiler is from the Ford. I was at the wreckers and just saw it on the ground and picked it up, but I believe it's from an FG Falcon, if that helps. Since we've done it though, I have spotted a couple other people running Falcon spoilers on their E36s and E46s, so I think we might have started a bit of a trend there, but it does look awesome. But yeah, thank you for the question, thank you for the support. Next question. Matthew Zimmer says, about to enter my first drift day. Which one would you recommend and why? Reed looks a lot more fun, but Vic Drift puts you into C grade at events. Good question. So just to give you guys some context, if you're not from Melbourne, we have Vic Drift Drift School, Drift Cadet Drift School, and Keep It Reet Drift School, which is awesome. 3 drift schools, so many opportunities for people to get into drifting, so shout out to all of those. I would say it really depends on what you're wanting to get out of it. The Keep It Reet's amazing, super cheap, right? You get the whole back section to yourself. What's good about the Keep It Reet event is if you feel comfortable by the end of the night, because they're using the track for the Keep It Reet Friday Night Drifts event and the drift school, if you feel comfortable enough you can go do some laps with everyone else, which is pretty cool, and there will be a whole lot of people there to kind of show you what's up and what to do. So value for money, I think Keep It Reet's amazing if you have your own car. Drift Cadet is freaking awesome because you can pay and they supply the car and the instructor, and you can just go there and see if you like drifting before you actually buy a drift car. It's just a bit more expensive, but obviously well worth it because you don't have to build a drift car. Quick Drift is also good. Their drift skills days are great. Supplied instructors, you get your own section to drift in as well. So I say a sport for choice. Personally, I would hit up the Keep It Reet event just because of the vibes. It's so fun, man, and obviously the opportunity for you to jump over onto the big track and have a go as well, which is pretty cool. Hope that helped. Vinnie Roller says, and by the way, Vinnie, you're awesome, dude. You always support the channel. I really appreciate it. He says, if you could collaborate on a build with another YouTuber, who would be your dream choice? That's a good question. There's a couple actually. If it was in Australia, Jake Jones. Love the dude. Great guy. His attitude is awesome. His cars are freaking amazing. We've hung out a bit, we've talked a bit, and he's got a cool vibe about him. Luke Fink, Jacob X-Peck. Man, imagine if we could all just kind of collaborate together, that'd be crazy. But on a larger scale, if I could collaborate with anyone, it would probably be Adam LZ. I had the chance of meeting him a couple of weeks back while he was here and hanging out a bit. We went out for dinner and stuff, and he's just a cool dude, man. Like, you know, we had great chats. I learned a lot during the dinner, so I would say definitely Adam LZ. He's got a great business mind about him as well. So it's not, he doesn't just build great cars, make great content, but he also is very smart with his with the business, and I'm pretty obsessed with the business side of things as well as the obviously content side of things. It's just part of who I am. So very hard questions. So many good YouTubers out there. Next question. Joe Clark says, what drives you to build, drift and make YouTube videos? Obviously part of it is my own passion. I'm literally obsessed with cars. I'm here in India and all I can do is think about the Datsun at home, and I just cannot wait to get home and build the 280ZX. It's just part of who I am. I'm obsessed. Now that I've got the YouTube channel, man, seeing comments, seeing the subscribers growing consistently, and just meeting people at events. Now when I go to events and people come up to me and stuff and say, hey, you know, love your content, love your terrible E36, that is literally what drives you to keep going, for sure. Gets me out of bed every day as well. So everything is kind of a snowball effect. So to wrap that question up, because I just said a whole bunch of random crap, it's definitely you guys that drives me to keep pushing and making the YouTube videos. Just doing it to kind of entertain people and educate people and show people what not to do, which I'm pretty good at because I break stuff all the time. But yeah, that was a great question. Thank you so much, Joe Clark. I'm definitely going to send you out one of these Lakeside Co t-shirts, so slide into my DMs and give me your details. Next question. Z Dunn asks, what are the end plans for the Datsun? Awesome question. I am literally so excited about this car. Made some amazing progress in the last video. It's starting to look so cool. So while I've been here, I've ordered a whole bunch of parts. As soon as I get home, literally as soon as I land, we're going to be overhauling the car, just putting new brake pads in it, all new oils, freshening it up because I'm taking it for a roadworthy, which is like the certificate that it gets so it's allowed to drive on the road in Australia. As soon as that's done, you can imagine what's going to happen. We're going to put coilovers in it, spacers on it, we're going to slam it to the ground, put some flares on it, just clean the whole thing up, steering wheel, stereo, all that stuff, and the plan is to have by the Christmas holidays a really nice cruising car. We might take one of the mufflers out of it as well. I want it to sound nice, that me and Tyra can enjoy over the Christmas holidays and over the summer holidays. And just, yeah, it's literally my dream car. These things, they're so cool. I love all of the Zs, so really owning any of them for me is a dream. And saying that, I've already been looking at turbo stuff for it and cam stuff for it, to put a cam in it. I would love to retain the stock engine, but then we just talked about RVs as well, so it's probably going to snowball. It's definitely going to snowball. Hope that answered your question, but if you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments. Last question, sorry if I mucked this name up by the way. Niwa Tupea, hopefully I got that right, asks, where are you from in New Zealand? Also, how do you find the drift scene here compared to New Zealand? So I'm from Christchurch, which is the place where they had all the earthquakes. Funnily enough, I was there through all of those earthquakes. Crazy time that was. Left not long afterwards, moved to Melbourne, Australia. The drift scene here compared to New Zealand, interesting question. There's a lot of drifting going on here. Almost endless events that you can enter now, a couple a month. Pretty much can't keep up with the amount of events with the amount of money I have, to be honest. So the events themselves are actually really awesome as well. So I'd say grassroots wise, the scene here in Australia is really, really solid. New Zealand, it's still pretty good. There were just limited amount of tracks, a limited amount of events from what I remember. We only had one track in Christchurch which we would really drift at, and obviously maybe an event every couple of months. And saying that, competition wise, New Zealand is way ahead of Australia. D1NZ is just on another level. It's a world renowned drift event. Their cars are crazy at D1NZ, just completely full pro spec, and the closest thing to that I guess here would be high tech. Yeah, so and high tech is really not quite there, or not even close. The marketing that D1NZ has going on, the amount of people that attend their events, their live stream, and how many people watch it, it makes it possible over there to get sponsors on board, because D1NZ does all the right things to bring eyes to the sport, and so sponsors want to get behind drivers and all that stuff. Whereas here in Australia, because events really haven't nailed the marketing side of things, it means that they don't have many eyes on their events, and because of that, sponsors say, sweet, how many people are you going to reach at the event? And you say, well, there might be a couple hundred people watching at the event and a couple hundred people watching on the live stream. Not so, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in Australia for a drift competition to really step up the game, capture people's attention, but I think it's going to take someone who's very business minded, who knows a lot about marketing, and who can really pull the right strings, get people to the events, get people excited about drifting. But that basically wraps up our Q&A video, guys. It's been very cool. I appreciate your questions. I appreciate your support. I'm also going to tag a bunch of you guys in the comments below that ask the questions, and I'm going to send you guys out some stickers as well. The website will be up and running soon for Lakeside Co. I've got a couple more things I need to do first. But yeah, here's to a massive 2020. I'm so excited. Yeah, share the channel around, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Instagram @itsmike Lake, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.